I've sent for Rita. You'll be able to see her in the visiting room.
Much appreciated. I'd better explain where I fit in. I've been doing some welfare work with the Conquerors. That's her motorcycle club. I know Rita pretty well. And her brother.
I must say you don't look much like a minister of the church.
Believe me, I take that as a compliment. I'm more interested in God than in the church.
I see. And do the Conquerors hold the same views?
I heard the gang made a nuisance of themselves at your daughter's wedding.
It was more than a nuisance.
I hope you realize Rita had nothing to do with it.
Pure coincidence that her club turned up.
I mean, they were acting without her knowledge.
Really?
Look, I agree most people would see what they did as pure malice. But you must understand that not all bikies are thugs.
I wasn't suggesting they were.
All it means is that they have adopted a lifestyle different to the norm. They tend to back each other up, stick together. It's all part of their ethos, their culture, to protect one another in whatever way they can.
Yes, well, that's all very interesting, but not very encouraging to the people they've attacked or frightened.
No, I'm not saying they're squeaky clean, but I'm trying to offer them help, not hatred. And that's why I want prison to be a rehabilitative experience for Rita. And with your help, it can be.
Yes, well, that's going to be up to her.
And she can do it, I know. She may be rough on the outside, but there's a heart of gold on the inside.
I'm afraid you're wasting your time talking to me because...
Because you've formed your opinions already, well... Sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. I thought I was talking to somebody with enough intelligence to have a broader perspective on the issue.
What I was going to tell you is that this is my final day. You'd be better off talking to the new governor.
Oh, sorry. Been a bit rude. I just tend to jump onto soapboxes at short notice.
There's certainly nothing wrong with being committed to causes, and I wish you the best of luck with Rita and her Conquerors. However, at the moment, as I said, there's not much point in preaching to me. Would you take Mr. Moulton to the visiting room, please, Mrs. Slattery?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for your time.
Bye.
During the past few months, the papers have been full of stories of a remarkable young woman and her fight to have premenstrual syndrome recognised by the courts as legal defence. Daphne Graham is the woman in the centre of this legal tussle. She's here in the studio with us this morning. Good morning, Daphne.
Hi.
How did you feel when you found out that you'd won this case?
Oh, real good. My lawyer came out to the prison to tell me, and they let me out straight away. His name's Mr. Fulbright. I just thought I'd tell you that.
Yes, I think most people would know the details of the case, but can you tell me what kind of a difference to your life this court decision made?
Oh, it was real good. See, I'm living at home with me mum and dad now, and that's really nice. And me dad got me this job in this nursery looking after plants and stuff.
Do you feel perfectly okay now that you're having regular injections of progesterone?
Oh, yeah, I feel good. I felt pretty bad before. I used to get upset really easily and stuff, and I did some rotten things.
When you were in prison, did you find many other women suffering from PMS?
Oh, I don't know. Some of the women had it pretty tough, and they used to get real depressed like I did.
Morning.
What the legal profession and other opponents...
I thought you were on early shift this morning.
What?
You're late. You know they don't like
Look,
it.
if I'm late, it's between me and the boss. It's got nothing whatever to do with you.
Sorry I spoke.
Do you think that this might result in some claims by women that they actually be responsible
I'm a little bit
or criminally
hungover. Yeah, again, I know.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I think it's
Look,
gone beyond...
I'm sorry about last night.
But do you have anything at all to take
I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Well, let me put it this way.
Do you want a couple of sandwiches made?
No, don't bother.
Let's say, for instance, that
What's this?
a woman killed your
Oh, it's that girl they let out of prison, you know, because of her periods.
and claimed PMS defense.
Garbage.
Joe, I was watching that.
What for? Bloody ridiculous letting her out because of her periods.
Well, it's a real problem for some people.
Don't start. You sound like that clever Dick son of yours.
Peter's your son too, Joe.
Goodness wonder he turned out to be.
No, Joe, I know he's different to Harry.
He's a weed. At least Harry didn't hang around here to bludge off us.
Well, neither did Peter. You kicked him out.
Yeah.
And just remember, I love him as much as I love you or Harry.
Well, you can keep him, because Harry's the only son I've got.
Shut it, dipstick, or I'll knock your block off.
If I have to tell you again about getting some work
We
done,
was
you
just saying how much we'll miss Reno, that's all. Gee, it's a shame she had to go before they found Flynn, isn't it?
Work.
Hey, I wonder where she is. Who, Flynn? Ah, probably over the black stump by now. Or under it. Pretty fast work if I say it myself. Rubbed her out and now we're saying ta-das to Reno. Things are looking up around here, Lurd. Yeah, too right.
You people make me sick. You don't appreciate anything.
What are you on about?
Things would be worse for you if it wasn't for Mrs. Reynolds. She's done more for you than you deserve. And she's too much of a lady to go seeking credit for it.
Oh, go on.
You disgust me, Kelly. You try to destroy everything that's decent, don't you?
You know, you missed your calling, Pringle. You should have been a preacher.
Go, get some work done.
Well, I reckon you can do without me for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to go and powder my nose, you know.
Get out of my sight. I'm sick of the sight of you. Look, the skip's outside. Take it to the laundry. I'm sorry. I just couldn't help it.
Poor Mervyn.
Watch it, Jenkins. You nearly knocked me over.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Slattery. I think the wheel's loose.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, reckon this bloke here could fix it for us. He looks pretty handy.
That's enough out of you.
Oh, whatever you say. Hey, by the way, I hear Mrs. Reynolds is chucking it in. Is that on the level?
That's it, Jenkins. Go back to the laundry and stay there. Somebody else can do skip duty if you can't learn to behave yourself. Oh.
They told us they'd thrown away the key.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Oh, that's no way to welcome a friend. Expecting the worst, eh? Yes. You did a good job on Mrs. Barrett, and you did me a favour, too. Oh, yes, the women were real impressed. That I was right about you all the time.
No, please don't hit me. Please, I'll do anything you want, please.
What makes you think I need you? I got rid of Reno all by myself, Wilder. And maybe you're next.
Please, I'll do anything. Look, I could be of use to you. Please don't let the other women near me.
Oh, that's it. Well, I'm going to be needing a few lackeys, and I reckon you're better qualified than anyone.
I'll do anything you want.
Yeah, you do that, because I'm going to be wanting plenty, sweetheart, and you better deliver.
All right, quit shoving. A woman of my age is entitled to a bit of respect, so don't you forget it.
Keep quiet and get inside.
By rights, I ought to take your name and number.
Stop that nonsense and get yourself over here.
Well, she's been pulling me and pushing me ever since I got down from the dock. It's not good enough. What's the hurry, anyway?
Here you are, and you're welcome to her.
Police brutality, that's what.
Shut up, Wyndham.
Well, she's been giving me the pit bull.
I said be quiet. It's all that rubbish there.
She insisted on bringing it.
Well, it's Mallory's, isn't it? I brought something for the girls to share. I'm only in for a rest. And no need to do without my creature comforts.
Oh, well, that's where you're wrong, Wyndham. You'll have some after they've been inspected. The rest will be put into storage.
What do you mean put in
I
storage?
mean you'll get them as you need them.
Well, last time I was inside, I was
Times
allowed...
change.
Oh, I get it. Time to chew the rag, eh? Oh, don't worry, I've been round the ridges. I'll let you have some gobstoppers and a couple of toffees, all right?
Attempting to bribe an officer is a very serious offence.
All right, I'll meet you halfway. Licorice all sorts, and there's a bag of sour cherries in there somewhere. Or would jelly snakes be more in your line?